Hello everyone! Today in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create an everyday makeup look. Continue watching the video for tips and tricks as we go along. So you're going to start with a fresh, cleansed, toned and moisturized face. Always that's the first step. So I've already cleansed, toned and moisturized my skin, so I'm going to go with the next step, which is applying the lip balm. I want to make sure that my lips are moisturized before I apply lipstick at the end. So here we go. Okay, so now that I'm done applying the lip balm, I'm going to start with priming my skin. So I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. It also has color correction in it. I'm going to dab that on my skin. Now the next thing, I'm going to start with eyeshadow primer. So you can also use a concealer for this eyeshadow primer. I'm going to use the one from NARS. This is the smudge proof eyeshadow base. But you can also use the NARS concealer, the Radiant Creamy Concealer. It's up to you which one of the two you really want to use. I'm going to use the smudge proof eyeshadow base. So I'm going to put that on my eyelid. And just with my finger, blend it. Covering the entire eye. Same thing on this side. For everyday use, I like to use only one eyeshadow, and I'm going to use the shade China Rose from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I'll take just this size blender brush, a nice soft brush, and go in and apply on the entire eyelid. Now it's up to you if you want to do an everyday smoky eye, but I like to keep it nice and simple when I'm doing everyday for office work, but it's totally up to you. You can play it up. So for an everyday eye look, I try to keep only one color just to keep it nice and simple. Just blend the edges. Now the next thing, followed by the eyeshadow, is the eyeliner. And I really like to keep my eyeliner with a little flick, so I'm going to show you what I do. So I'm going to go in and just do a simple one. Now the next step is the under eye concealer. I'm going to use the Touche Eclat under eye concealer in shade number 3. And I'm going to blend it really well. So you can use a concealer brush to blend it in. Look up when you're blending near the lash line. Now you can also use the same illuminator for other areas of the skin where you find like there's some shadows created, some pigmentation. Like right here, I'm going to apply it. Just a tad bit. I'm not going to go too heavy on it since it's an everyday look. And then just blend that. Now, you can either just directly move on to the next step, or you can also use a concealer. For this video, I'm going to use the concealer by NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Macadamia. And same thing, I'm going to blend that in. Make sure you blend it before it dries, because if it dries, it's going to create patchy areas on your skin. I like to use light coverage illuminator under my eyes for everyday look instead of going heavy on the concealer. So again, I'm going to go over the same areas, the ones that have created shadows. Now I'm going to use my next product for, it's a tinted gel skin cream in the shade Ginger. Okay. I like to use it instead of my foundation for everyday use. Foundation, I keep it for some functions or something where I'm going to be doing a lot of other makeup. So I'm going to use this by Bareminerals, and it's one of my favorites. I do not apply the cream directly on my nose. Instead, I just use whatever remaining product I have on the brush to blend on the nose, because otherwise it creates a really heavy, cakey look on the nose. Use a nice buffing brush to blend it in well. And then the remaining product on the nose. To set this in place, I'm going to use the Bareminerals Bare Skin Perfecting Veil in the color medium. I'll go on the cheeks, and around the mouth, because that's the area where you will have the maximum breakdown of the product. Again, whatever remains, I just put it on the mouth. Now that this is all set, I'm going to go ahead with my next step, which is the bronzer. Now, the reason why I like the bronzer is because it will give your face a little bit of a definition and shape. So the one that I like is the one from Hourglass. And you're going to start where at the top of your ear right here, and then just bring it in. Since again it's an everyday look, I try not to do a whole lot of bronzing, or definitely not contouring for everyday look. But it's up to you. You can do it. Now I'm going to follow this with the highlighter, the Becca highlighter, the color Opal. With a little fan brush like this, I'm going to use it on the high points of my cheeks. Now for everyday use, again, I go very subtle with it, not too much. It gives it a nice sheen here. And go here. Another place that I really like to use it is on the inner corner of my eyes. So that will again give you a very bright eyes. Next step is going to be the under eyes. So I'm going to use the gel eyeliner by Bobbi Brown. I'm going to go just on the outer lash line. Next step in the eye makeup, the final step, is the mascara. I'm going to be using the one by Wonder Beauty in High Mile Club. Wiggle the wand a little as you go along. And you can also apply it on the lower lash line, or lower lashes. The last step, or the second to last step, is actually the lipstick. But I'm gonna go with the Tarteist lip paint in the shade Bounce. On how to apply the correct lipstick, check my other tutorial in the description box to apply the perfect lipstick. You can either keep it as it is or just buff it again. So you just go in and just buff it, just blur the edges a little bit. But you have to work fast, especially if it's a liquid lipstick. And to finish this look, I'm going to use a makeup setting spray. Now this is the MAC Prep and Prime spray. And make sure you let it dry. So this is my final makeup look for an everyday wear. Make sure to like our video and subscribe to our channel. Also comment below if you would like me to try specific looks in the videos. Thank you.